Hello YouTube, this is a very brief overview of the Belarusian POSP scope. Now I use this scope for my RealSword SVD and it costs about $200. It's available on Kalinka Optics. Now if you are familiar with SVDs, you know that their scopes are proprietary, so you have to buy SVD specific scopes. Unfortunately, most people, when they go buy an Airsoft SVD, whether it's ANK, Classic Army, RealSword, King Arms, they sometimes end up buying the ACM clones of the PSO scopes. PSOP is basically the civilian version of the PSO. Though the ACM PSOs are crap. They're just horrible. Don't buy them. There's really nothing to say. On the other hand, this scope is amazing. It's a 6 by 42 millimeter scope. So the objective lens is very, very big compared to the PSO and their POSP counterparts, which is 4 by 28. So what that means is you have a much wider field of view as well as a much brighter sight picture. That altogether makes it much better for sniping. The one thing I don't like about the scope, it's not really like a dislike, it's more like an annoyance, is that normally on a regular scope, when you adjust the turrets, it doesn't move the crosshairs. It moves the image that what you see. So what that means is your crosshair will always stay perfectly centered in your scope. However, with this, the crosshair it's not perfectly centered. So that's really my my sort of OCD instead of an actual con of it. But it does make sighting inconvenient. So if you shoot it and then it's going a little bit to the left, you can see your crosshair and you just move it a little bit to the left and then bam, it's good to go as far as shooting goes. So it's much easier to scope zero this in than a regular scope. Anyways, the construction is obviously metal. I didn't check the steel. It's probably steel. Not sure. Doesn't really matter. I mean, it's pretty good steel or metal. Not sure if it's steel. It is illuminated, but I didn't actually put batteries inside to check if it actually works. So that kind of sucks. But you don't really need illumination. Illumination is one of the things that's just nice to have. You don't really need it. But yeah. So you buy the scope. It's $200. It's a lot for a scope, especially for an airsoft scope that you use for airsoft. But your SVD is probably very expensive as well. I'm talking about the RealSword, but if you have an AK, no one really cares if you put like an SVD scope RIS mount on it. Like no one really cares. But if you have like a cheap $20 RIS mount for an SVD, RealSword SVD, people are gonna laugh at you. So I mean, if you have enough money to buy a RealSword SVD, you probably have enough money to get a nice optic for it. And this is a very nice optic. Oh, there's no point trying. But if you see the chevrons over there. They also have the 4 by 28 version, which I don't really recommend. It's $174. I mean, just sell out like a couple of extra dollars just to get the 42 millimeter version. It's just much easier to see, much brighter sight picture. It lights in way more light. So, as a recap, stay away from the ACM scope. Get a Belarusian. Thanks for watching.